Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is Hany Ismail from Planning Engineer website. In this video, I would like to discuss with you a very interesting thing. What's so-called pain curve. Pain curve has a very direct relationship between good planning and poor planning. So, what will come to your head when you combine these two words, pain and planning? Does the planning cause pain? Let's see. Recently, I was reading a book and this called Effective Project Management. Robert, the book is very nice, to be honest. This is a book cover. It is very nice. If you would like to read something useful, you can purchase it and read it. Okay. In this book, the author has a very interesting figure called pain curves. This curve is perfectly describes what happens in the construction project's planning. So check out this curve with me. This is the curve. This is the pain. This is the time. This is the good planning. And this is the poor planning. What is happening? In the good planning, at the beginning of the project, you will have some pain. Pain here equal effort. So in order to make it clear. So at the beginning of the project, good planning will make some really good efforts. Then it will be less effort until the project finish date. This is the project finish date. While the poor planning will not bother to do any planning efforts at the beginning, and by the time the project is processing, the pain or the efforts will be more, and it will exceed the project duration, and then the panic will be very huge. Pain curve points out that making a project plan is indeed a painful thing, but it will reduce the pain during and after the implementation of the project. Imagine that this curve was generated from 5,000 completed projects. So it looks very real. So what happens in real projects causes the pain and delays because of poor planning. Why we bother to do a good planning? The poor planning will result the following. Rework. You will always have to do things again and again and again. You might need to do more revised schedules, keep changing priorities to solve unplanned activities, and your work might be rejected at the end of the day because you did not follow the proper sequence of work. With a poor planning, you will have a rework, a really huge rework. Then, since you started recording delays now, so how many noises will interfere in your project? I don't mean noises here in bad thing, but there will be interference. Your management, consultant, and the client. You know how many noises will interfere in your project once it is delayed or facing lack of management? Your direct manager, your company management, your consultant office, your client, even the affected stakeholders. With these two things happening, rework, and too many persons are involved with giving directions, the project management became a panic management. Now we are not doing project management anymore. It is a panic management. You are sitting here in a position and everyone is giving you directions and plans and letters, emails, and meetings, again meetings, again meetings. It will not be healthy at all. With too many reworks and too many involvement from different parties, your project management will be a panic management, where we wake up every day, every morning to see what to do and who we will fight with today. Things became more difficult to do, and most likely your project will be delayed. This is not my study. This study was done by 5,000 projects, completed projects. They are comparing if the project had a good planning and the project had a bad planning. So, okay, what is the solution in your opinion, ya Hany? In my opinion, the solution is simple. And if you are a planning engineer, you have one solution. If you are a project manager, you have another solution. The solution is not that difficult, believe me. For planning engineers, please study new planning techniques. I'm keep repeating myself in the new planning techniques. Since I'm planning manager, I'm doing a lot of projects in full-time base and the freelancer base. So I see how other planners for subcontractors or maybe some clients, they still in the old school where they do things in too slow way. There are things new. Please study the new planning techniques to facilitate the planning process and to produce better planning. Take a course in a planning from an expert planners. Keep enhancing yourself. And remember the title of this topic, Pain Curves. Spend more efforts in the planning phase to get a healthy environment in the execution phase. And this is the most important advice for you. If you can make a good plan at the beginning of the project, okay, then you will not suffer later on and you will have a very healthy environment so you can work in calm and peace and you can show your work in a proper way. For project managers, if you are a project manager watching this video or reading this article, please hire an experienced planning engineer or manager or even an external planning office. Pay more attention to the planning phase and be involved in the planning with your planners. Whatever pain, which equal to efforts, you will pay now, I mean at the beginning of the project, will prevent a huge pain, which equal to efforts later on. I see some project managers at the beginning of the project, they are not interested in the planning. They just tell their planning engineers, just do the plan, let's get it approved as a baseline, and that's it. No, this will cause to you a lot of troubles later on. Whether you have a very good planning engineer, you trust him, and you are sure that if there is something required your inputs, he will come back to you and ask you, or please be involved with them, or simply hire an expert office to do the planning for you. I ended up this video with a thank you for watching or reading this topic. Why I mention reading? Because if you would like to download this presentation, you will find the link below where you can download it. I was Hany Ismail with you. If you would like to keep in touch with me, here is my contacts. You are most welcome to contact me. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.